I was around 9 years. I remember the day when we received the orders from the army to leave. This order was issued 10 days after the army arrived to the village. They were loaded onto military trucks like cattle and driven to the faraway city of Nablus in the West Bank. And they were stuck and became the Palestinian refugees in the Arab countries. Very few were able to infiltrate back, and among them was my father. I remember when a certain Jew, we didn't know where from he was coming, he came to the village where we became refugees. He wanted to hire people to work for him on our fields. And the first year I accompanied my father and mother from Jish to our own fields of figs. And they were collecting the figs that they planted. I never saw their eyes dry the whole day. They were always crying. I know they were praying. And they were praying and asking God, what have we done to be reduced to a daily salary in our own field?
Hey, Stewie, let me tell you about the Scofield Reference Bible.
Bible? Like one you read?
Yeah, but this one's special. See, back in the early 1900s, this guy Cyrus Scofield added a bunch of footnotes to the King James Bible. Like director's commentary, but with geopolitical consequences.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
He basically rewrote how American Christians saw the Bible. Instead of love thy neighbor, it was more like support modern-day Israel no matter what, or you're going to hell. His notes said stuff like the Jews returning to Israel was God's plan and that Christians had to back it, or else they'd be disobeying prophecy. And boom! Instant Zionist fan club.
So, theological manipulation disguised as scholarship?
Bingo. And guess who helped push it? Zionist groups, big oil guys, and even some shady bankers. They flooded churches with free copies of this thing like it was the original influencer campaign.
So, you're telling me a lot of modern U.S. foreign policy is partly based on 100-year-old guy's footnotes?
Yep, and now every president's got to prove how much they love Israel just to win votes in Ohio. And every time Israel bombs a school, half of Congress says, well, the Bible told me this would happen.
Wow. Who would have thought that it goes this deep? But remember to like, follow, and share to help spread the word.
Trump says people absolutely have the right to criticize him. And people criticize him in America all the time. You can criticize anything in America, including America itself. But the one people in the one country you are not allowed to criticize is anything that has to do with Israel. Voltaire. If you want to know who controls you, look at who you are not allowed to criticize. Criticize Israel, and they'll use the media against you, the law against you. They pass bills in Congress to stop that and silence you. So who's really in charge? Who's really at the top of the pyramid? The great noticing. There are people in power in America that are higher than the president himself or even Congress. And they make this more and more obvious to us every single month.
Where were you on September 11th?
I was home. And the only reason I wasn't where I was, my wife, God bless her, had made an appointment for me at the doctor. And I remember dressing to go to the doctor and finally saying to my wife, I said, sweetheart, I've got so much to do downtown. I got to cancel this. I've got to go downtown. And she said, you're not going to cancel this appointment. You're going to the dermatologist.